Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharadhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Ashtattar Shata Shishimat. His Divine Grace of Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. ISKCON Memory Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtattar Shata Shishimat. His Divine Grace of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. प्रेम से गौ से कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपीनाथ श्याम राधा कुंड गोवर्धन की जय ब्रज वृंदावन धाम की जय नदी धाम की जय जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय समावित भक्त वृंद की जय निताई गौर ब्रह्मानंद all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, glories to Sri Sri Guru Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Jata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Shri Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare
Guru Maharaj ki Jai.
Yeah, we'll do later on. Hare Krishna. Who is not familiar with Premananda Baba in Vrindavan? You are not familiar? Or you are familiar? Does everybody know? Huh? हाथ ऊंचा करो कौन कौन जानता है? One, oh my God, everybody knows. Huh? Huh. You should know the history. History says that Hit Harivams was contemporary to our Goswamis in Vrindavan, and he took initiation from Gopal Bhatta Goswami of Radharaman. But he turned into Sahajiya and developing Gopi Bhav, and he was ostracized. There is no communication with that Radha Vallabhi Sampradaya they created. All right. So, because they are not following strictly to the tenets, and this subject matter of even understanding what is a Sahajiya movement, which is not bona fide, we do not understand. They develop a premature Bhavatmika services. But it does not follow the rules and regulations of the Raganuga Bhakti. Rupa Goswami and Vrindavan, we are starting with our initiation. That is the Sambandha Gyan. Sambandha Gyan is there. And to maintain the Sambandha with Lord Shri Krishna, we have to follow a certain regimen to be very faithful. Just like we give promise to chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regulatory principles. So, what turns out to be, as far as Hit Harivansh is concerned, he disregarded Guru's instructions. So, he fell into Sahajiya movement. There are many Gujaratis also joining the movement. And they are spreading also simultaneously with other sampradaya. But even though their followers are less, they think they are privileged to cultivate Raganuga Bhakti without qualifications. Right? And somehow or another, because there is no successive acharyas in the line, the temple is there, the worship is there, even their bhava is not matured yet, they continue. But people have place in Vrindavan, just behind Bhakya Bihari temple, Radha Vallabh temple is there. But Srila Prabhupada encouraged us to stick to our 7 temples, and we have to be faithful because there is a history behind it. These 7 temples are ordained by the disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All right. So it so happened that out of some kind of akhara means a group of Mayavadi sadhus. Premanand also comes from there, and he chose that there is nobody succeeding, or everybody is doing own ism and the popularity. So he is a little charismatic person himself. He took initiation from the pujari of Radha Vallabh Sampradaya. He said, now there is no authorized Guru Shishya Parampara. And when he started connecting with Radha Vallabh Sampradaya, he turned entire sadhana on Radha Bhakti. Immediately they started, adopting Radhe, Radhe, don't speak any damn thing, but Radhe, Radhe. All right? And people think, oh, they are very advanced. It becomes very alluring to even some ISKCON sadhus to visit them. So this fosters a blind following. Even of course from other no sampradayas, people are looking for some charismatic figure in order to keep the flame of devotion by hook or crook lighted. But they don't understand, they will never progress. The steps of progress is Adau Shraddha, Tato Sadhu Sangha, Atha Bhajana Kriya, Atha Anartha Nivrittisya. This 4th step, everybody gets stuck. Even we get stuck. what to speak of Sahajiya. But they don't care. Huh? It is difficult to come out from the stage of anartha nivritti. It is absolutely necessary. Minimize your bodily requirements, Prabhupada would say. Huh? So you will not be encountering in contemplation or activities of anarthas. Anarthas means unwanted things in our life that are very stumbling blocks that we give up our devotional practices that we vowed for just to maintain those attachments. So we do not progress. Progressive situation is a very definitive instruction that we have to follow. We just don't have to become like zombies who just chant anything and then they don't progress at all. We chant with a purpose, with a proper understanding and a mindset that we have to keep. So we prevent ourselves falling pitfall into what you call the danger of devotional, unfulfillment. It will be always there. People get frustrated. So Sahajiya movement means those who do not follow rules and regulations of Vaidhi Bhakti. They fall prey to this. And Vrindavan is an open market for anybody and everybody today. And such a hype has been grown to such an extent that Premanand Baba became an instrument to hype up the price of real estate in Vrindavan. One bedroom apartment was about 35 lakhs if you purchase. And that is hardly 600 square feet. One bedroom and one kitchen, a little hallway, that's about it. But since he came, the price jacked up threefold. It is going around 1 crore rupee for one bedroom apartment. And people are frustrated. What is so artificial? He is also living in an apartment, and that complex, the people of the complex, all of a sudden, overnight, the price tripled. So we need to understand what is all this thing, charisma, instead of following in the footsteps of our acharyas, we fail to be dragged behind those who are appreciating Srila Prabhupada and speak few words, but rather they don't follow Prabhupada. Are we called Rupanugas, following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami and the disciplic succession he left of those who are faithfully adhering to the Vaidhi Bhakti? Vaidhi Bhakti means Adav Shraddha Tato Sadhu Sangha Atha Bhajana Kriya Atha Anartha Nivritti Syat Tato Nishtha Ruchi Asakti Bhav and Prem. Navadha Bhakti has 9 steps to be perfected. Simply Bhajana Kriya that we perform and keep our anarthas hidden. We do not show outside, but we have simply bubbling up in the private life. This becomes a hypocritical situation, and we must prevent ourselves from that. So, we have to be very careful. The internet is a very dangerous medium to brainwash us. Without any foundation, we do not go and look into who is who. And Prabhupada emphasized this from the very beginning, the disciplic succession, and paid so much weight on it. Then, and instructions are that you cannot put up a step without following Guru Sadhu Shastra. Vakya chittete koryoy. It is for our protection and fidelity to ISKCON. Not that what I say I can get it involved in Hare Krishna movement. So, it's not to offend anybody, but to protect ourselves, becoming victim of the false propaganda. That will be always there, but we have to examine. Many people do not know, but ignorance is no excuse. We may fall victim. We think, oh, give up Hare Krishna Mahamantra and chant Radhe Radhe. Prabhupada said there is nothing wrong in chanting Radhe Radhe, but follow Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's method. The Sahajiya, there is a Baya Baba ashram behind our Vrindavan temple. And they had only one mantra, not Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They construed Bhajan Nitai Gaur Radhe Shyam Bolo Hare Krishna Hare Ram. That's about it. This is called Mahamantra. You can't replace Mahamantra. Iti Shodashakam Nam Nam Kalikalmashanashanam Natara Paratara Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drashyate. People imitate because they are Sahajiya. Means they are carried away by their sentiments. But foolish sentiments, this is not a sentimental movement. This is a targeted movement with perfect intelligence geared on the absolute truth. Prabhupada insisted that. And we should try our best in humble way by following in the footsteps of our Sampradaya Acharyas. Even after you become liberated, you have to follow our Sampradaya Acharyas who are called real Brijvasis to develop the mood of serving Radharani. So those who are in disciplic succession, they have to be reminded from time to time when such situation come into light and we are dragged by vox populi. So whatever the loka say, yad yada charati shrestha tattva eve taro jana sa yat pramanam kurute lokastadano vartate. But you have been already set in a definitive path of bhakti. Why we should be dragged into such, hype which has just emerged out like a bubble, and the bubble is going to burst. We can't depend upon that. We'll be wasting our time. Even Prabhupada doesn't want us to mix with any other group. Doesn't want us to mix. ISKCON has only one and one regimen all over the world. For that reason, then we can be protected within the boundary that Srila Prabhupada gave us to follow. Otherwise, it's a transgression, the transgression of the protection line, that's called Lakshman Rekha, will be abducted and kidnapped and whatnot. That is the nature of this material world. So we have to be very, very cautious and scrutinizing. If you have question, you can refer and ask rather than follow blindly. This is the important point. Even after disappearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and contemporary like Advaita Acharya, Nityanand Prabhu, everybody gone. And all of a sudden, people took disadvantage of their absence and became Sahaji and fall out. There is a list, a big list of this kind of apasampradayas, bifurcated. Many started in Bengal, not in Bangladesh, of course, but in Bengal. So, we have to remain knowledgeable about our contemporary time, and the practices to be verified all the time in association of the devotees. You should be informed well. Keep yourself alert. Somebody is circulating a video of glorification of Srila Prabhupada by 5 Mayavadis. 5, not one, but 5 Mayavadis. Because they want to sell their product under the guise of Prabhupada. It doesn't cost to speak about little good of Srila Prabhupada, even without that perception. Such allurement is there. We had allurement also to be found after Prabhupada left. Prabhupada's god brothers jumped the wagon, what they call a bandwagon. They were claiming themselves, we are ISKCON. They don't understand ISKCON, but we are ISKCON. ISKCON has to unitedly fight with the every instructions of Srila Prabhupada. They have to be filmed. So, archive of Srila Prabhupada started to pull out any subject matter. What did Srila Prabhupada say about it? So, it is one of the great achievements that Prabhupada's archive are created, well preserved, not by ISKCON directly, but the devotees who are concerned about Srila Prabhupada's legacy. They set up in North Carolina, near Wilson, somewhere, and the vaults are weatherproof, insect proof, fungus proof, everything. They have to spend just to create a safe, locker of keeping all the artifacts, all the words recorded in its original form, then synchronized with ISKCON literature. Srila Prabhupada's books are only to be referred. They can pull out any subject matter, at fingertips and can print the matter. So that is the kind of a vault, a safety vault was created in 80s because we had to face a lot of controversies too. So anyway, this is just an introduction to give you a caution, because otherwise nobody talks. They just laugh it out, right? But we have to be serious to follow and footsteps of our predecessor Acharya is our humble duty. And we have to keep in mind all the time and prevent others who are bringing in this controversial subjects. All right? We refer to Srila Prabhupada's letters, and anything is also from the archive. Since 1974, Srila Prabhupada exhibited the desire for developing Thailand, which is the nearest, and actually Thailand was called Siam. Means Shyam Sundars. They were followers of Krishna. They were Vaishnavas. But over that Vaishnavism, Buddhism overtook. They do not know what real Buddhism is, because it is handed down to them. When Indian Buddhism started corrupted, they become meat eaters. About 500 years back, you can see, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu encountered the Buddhists who were very envious, and as if they are giving a big gift to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they put meat and other stuff and covered it on a big plate, and they were bringing to offer it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And it said a big bird came and picked up the whole plate filled with this stuff and threw it on the heads of the Buddhists. Then they were exposed. So such attempts have been going on since time of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Buddhism was driven out from India, but the politicians brought it back for their advantage, giving shelter to Tibetan Buddhism. But they are all meat eaters, and yet they will get Nobel Prize. So again, there is anomaly. Anomaly means yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Glani is anomaly. It's not a healthy situation. So we have to prevent ourselves by the authority of the literature that is given to us. Bhagavad Gita is authorized. Srimad Bhagavatam is authorized. Chaitanya Charitamrita is authorized. And our Goswami's literature in pursuance of the Vedic version is authorized. Right? So, everything is connected in compliance with the effect of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, we have 3 artifacts from the archive. 1974, a letter written to Panchadravida, Swami. he was from Venezuela, South America, and he was very dear to Srila Prabhupada, and he was very enthusiastic. So he would come to India when Hyderabad temple was under construction. So Panchadravid Swami, when he would run out of the visa to India, he would go somewhere. So he went to Thailand this time in 74. And he was, of course, devotees would chide him because he's a very critical and innocent-minded person. But yet, when he preferred to go to Thailand, which is an obnoxious place in tourism, the sex trade and so much is there. So Thailand is synonymous with all the dirt of this society. And Panchadravid Swami happened to be in Thailand to renew his visa so he can come back. And Prabhupada wrote him letter. Pancha, you stay there and preach Krishna consciousness. That's why you are going. Krishna is giving you opportunity. So why don't you stay there? Don't come to India. Panchadravid Maharaj was very fickle, and he said, oh my God, I have to come and preach here, I have to be here. Oh, how I do? And he was completely confused and he ran away from there. And then he wrote to Prabhupada, I was so afraid, I was so afraid. Prabhupada said, you are a sannyasi, you are not supposed to be afraid. You have to be bold enough. So, somehow or other, that year, nothing was materialized. Okay? So, it so happened that Srila Prabhupada was visiting Paris in 1975, in summertime, they opened up Radha Parisheshwar temple. And during that time, one Thai lady who was trying to learn how to publish books, her boss sent her, and she was employed in one publishing unit. At the same time, one of my godbrother from New York, his name is Yogeshwar. He was also there by providence, and he and his French wife, Jyotirmai, they were establishing Gurukul in New York. So they wanted to publish some books for children called Bala books. You might have some copies of Bala books still lingering around, but that is still active. Okay? So, Yogeshwar was in, at that time, working as a secretary and a translator to Srila Prabhupada because he knows French also. He is still existing. And Jyotirmai is also existing. Alright? So, in that year, Srila Prabhupada was not aware that he has initiated a Thai lady. Right? Yogeshwar preached her and made a devotee. Alright? And Prabhupada initiated her. I have brought out from the archive the name of the person, who was it, and who the boss was, because in 1976, And the boss of that Thai lady came to Paris. Alright? And when she was initiated, he was surprised. Oh, you became a Hindu again? Like that. Yes. We were Hindus people. And he loved Yogeshwar. He said, oh my God, it is so powerful that Hinduism is coming back. Please come to Thailand. I will offer you a big house. You start preaching. I'll help you monetarily. I will introduce to the universities. I will introduce to the king. And he gave the gift of silk cloth for Srila Prabhupada. He did not see Prabhupada, but he gave it. Meanwhile, Srila Prabhupada was always contemplating and preaching. So there was one letter found which was addressed to people of Bangkok. Not to a person, no address, nothing, but Prabhupada wrote a letter. It's in the letter form. And it's the people of Bangkok. And if you read, he exposes his desire to preach from the level of Bhagavad Gita. So in the same year, Prabhupada was given the gift, and conversation has been recorded between Hari Sori, Yogeshwar and Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada exposes the whole scenario. You must go, Yogeshwar. You are being offered something. He said, who will manage? Don't worry. People from India will come and manage. If you throw some grain, Prabhupada uses this metaphor. If you throw some grain, crows will come. Otherwise, crows will not come. So we have the property is given to us, and we can also preach, depend on Krishna, and we will be able to make a tangible difference to establish our organization. The way we have done over here, same way. And that gentleman invited Yogeshwar, please come. So when he met Yogeshwar, he was in devotee clothes, dhoti, kurta, white, tilak and everything. But he and Jyotirmay came to Bangkok the same year, but they came in karmi clothes. So there was a little shock in the psyche of the said, our monks in Thailand, they can't change their outfits. How come they are changing? So something disappointing must happen. They have glory of sticking to the traditions. Even though there is a lot of social degradation and other things are there, but still their hearts are throbbing for Hinduistic practices, worshipping demigods, Radha Krishna. There are 110-year-old temple done by some Hindus, Hindu society, and they visit often. But nobody is preaching. ISKCON is a preaching organization. So, look, but this was in 1976. You were not born, right? So it goes over the other head. The point is that since 1976, things started moving a little bit here and there. But an effort was to translate Bhagavad Gita was ensued, and it came out after several years. The GBCs were there trying to preach. They came to the preaching. I mean, four gurus are there. Right? Jayapataka Swami is the GBC, Kavichandra Maharaj is deputy GBC, assistant GBC, then Nrsimha Maharaj is from Britain, and Devi Nrsimha Maharaj is also the regional secretary type of thing, because they come forth and they establish some roots in preaching. But it was not much effective. It was going slow pace. Gradually, about 11 chapters started. I started going there in 1997. And there were some abusive mentality of some devotee to usurp the resources under the guise of Hare Krishna. Few such cases have been there. So it never took the ground off. Small chapters are there. But most of these devotees that we made, they are from Nepali Burmese origin. They are Hindus, but they are very poor because these countries are very poor. And atrocities in Myanmar or Burma makes everybody fearful. We could not open one Jagannath temple in Michina. I go there because I have about 110 disciples there. Michina is way north. And it is having a rebellion group. The Rohingyas and all those nonsense are coming there. So, Burma is in turmoil. Only military can deal with it. It became democratic, but the lady was thrown back into jail. So again military took over. And then it is becoming very difficult for us to preach because I am having American passport and America has been at loggerheads with there. So safety is not there. But yet we have been in communication. But Thailand is not like that. People go to retire there. I have retirement visa in Thailand and it's very expensive. For 1 year I have to spend about 3 lakhs of rupees. Retirement. I have rented an apartment and I have a couple of disciples staying there, stored the books and other paraphernalia. They run like an office, Then what happened, we purchased the property and produced the plan, shown to the GBCs. They are happy, but the progress is slow because it depends upon the both local and international contributions in the form of pledges. Now people started putting the pledge for this year. Fine, it has to be done for 5 years. So entire structure that we have given them, we have given to Janki Jivan, and so let him come and organize, all right? Yeah. So all these situations are there, but the only aim is to fulfill the desire of Srila Prabhupada that ISKCON should have one temple, that is, encompassing everything, composite services to local Thai, Indian community. They will be helping us, you know. They were not at all, Indian community was not at all developed in Krishna consciousness. So somehow that honors came on my head, and they're trying to fulfill Srila Prabhupada's desire, and a very disciplined way. So, most of you must have seen the project. How many have seen the project? 1, 2, 3. Everybody is seeing. Then I don't have to show it. But you compiled about 35 names, but you should also include those who have taken shelter, because we have to keep them in contact, and all the details of updates and everything will be provided. All right? Now we are on...
The form is okay?
Eh?
Did you check the form is okay? The name, legal name and contact
Right,
number?
but see, there are varieties of things. Start with a general situation, accumulate over 5 years, then we will reward them. Otherwise, there we have to give them, because they are affluent people. I have a couple of them giving 5 million, 5.55 million in 5 years. 1 million a year, not that difficult. And there are many big business people. You know the gem dealers. Huh? And Thailand is a big hub for gem dealers. All the gems are coming from Myanmar. Who has ruby stone in their ring? Anybody? Oh, Mata! Do you know that ruby came from Mogok in Myanmar? Mogok rubies are very famous, expensive. So the idea is that there are natural resources there, and that is the situation that this our Indian community, especially from Rajasthan, Marwari, they are big business people, and they are into this gem business, but they are also very fickle-minded. Who is from Rajasthan?
No one.
Eh? No one. Okay, then I'm safe. Recently, you know, there was an earthquake. Huh? Everything was shaking, but there was less damage in Bangkok. The damage was in Myanmar. Now, we have several people who are aspiring to become devotee, but not that easy. All right? When the earthquake came, to their status quo, they were staying on 35th floor. All right? When the earthquake comes, you can't use elevators. You have to walk down the steps. 35 floors down to walk. Oh my God, it was so much troublesome. And during that time, building was shaking, you know. And they became completely afraid, and especially Matajis. They said, 10 years back there was a heavy rain And there was one upper dam in China broke, and all the waters came, and Bangkok was
Flood.
underwater. To save ourselves from underwater, we went up to 30 floor. Now please bring us down and get an apartment. So they are, oh my God, we have all this expensive apartment. Now they want to go on the ground floor level. So I said, we are engaged in this kind of expenses unnecessarily. I said, tell her to chant Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Those who chant Hare Krishna, they will become fearless. Alright? And otherwise, so many excuses come. Alright? So anyway, this is the situation. I would like to travel and see you, reach you all the way every year that I have been habituated. For how many years I have been coming?
I saved almost 5 years. When I came here, so but
But
we were
when were you initiated?
but
And you were not given any letter of recommendation for 4 continuous years. It means I was there 4 years before you got initiated.
okay. That yeah.
6 years.
Hmm? Okay, 6 years. But then
Yes.
but
But
we,
the thing
5
is that
times I made it.
I'm habituated to come and stay with my disciples. So who is going to control and oversee that? It's my project.
There was some this.
Who is going to do it? Would you want to join? No. Because you have different plans, right? No, really. You are still a student. There's the whole life is waiting, but we have to depend on Krishna. There are local devotees, but as we know, the Burmese Nepali devotees, they are not considered much to be the part of Indian diaspora. Yeah? Indian diaspora is affluent. They are members of the Indo-Thai Chamber of Commerce, and this. So we have to cultivate them, and there's a very good liaison with ISKCON. Everybody supports us, all the organization. But they tell me, Maharaj, you do the temple first and then we will give you money. Okay, you can write down 1.5 million from my side. These were the words of past president of Hindu Vishnu